Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
It's wearing the tight end with it. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have
you and a stranger
around the NFL here on this opening weekend. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
Oh, my, that's...
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Raider first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Texans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Watson, off play action. And the Raiders have got him.
Deshaun Watson sacked.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now
under a heavy rush,
They just don't block. It's just non-existent.
Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On 2nd and a long way to go. Watson, and the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Watson. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think the rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down.
Because it's not Raheem Mostert. Somebody different.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it.
I'm pulling back on the right stick.
Get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now.
Yes, I'm pulling back on the right stick and he still runs out the end zone.
There's a lot going on in between
Like,
the years.
are you stupid?
Probably way too much because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit.
Gosh,
what
bro.
adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
Bro, can you lead a game in this? I can't play this, bro. I can't play this. This is so stupid. I can't play this, bro. I'm about to break something like this. It's not even funny no more.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
A gain of a yard.
They go with Jacobs. And he's over the line. And touchdown. Josh Jacobs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
How you gonna tell me to stream and say you're gonna help me if I stream, but not even doing nothing?
At the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine
I'm streaming right now.
Some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You go.
Oh my!
I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Second and 10, third quarter
Isaac,
of the
shut the fuck up talking to me.
Throwing again is Watson. And his
Pass interference.
Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Hold on.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I forgot what play it was. I've been trying to. Nothing's getting open deep. And when something did get open deep, Deshaun Watson overthrew a wide open touchdown with no pressure.
Watson looks to throw again. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Goodwin.
I just saw it now.
And the Texans cut into that lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up
Yeah, but literally, I'm telling you, Jay, Will Fuller has route. Kick me to that. Will Fuller has route tech. He's not getting open. Like, nobody's getting open. And then my line can't block. Like, he has like 5 sacks. I haven't gotten the backfield once. Like, I just don't know what to do. The Texans are just naturally horrible.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. For conventional football 101.
There's no rebuilding this team. You can't rebuild a team that you...
That's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
I put sub linebacker safeties in. Nobody's... I don't know.
Good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
24-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down, Raiders.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs from the gun.
How is that not a fumble? He just got blasted.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. Tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason,
Bro.
these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Counter play with Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And then you pull him past the line of scrimmage.
33, good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
A gain of 3 on the play.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes.
A gain of 19 yards.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They run the counter. Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And he is in.
What?
A great effort there.
Oh my gosh. My team is so horrible. My team is so bad.
Now Folk for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Raiders 42, Texans 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. On first down, it's Watson. Being chased out left. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
He's down right here. He's down on the right. Down on the right. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 3 down. Motion. Reset.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Watson on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. The first down carry here for Johnson. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh my gosh.
Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 65 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think
something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Come on, guys, let's go.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before. They're trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
They're going to try and run. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Las Vegas, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gauton saying so long, everybody.
I'll do that.